Hey, this is Nick with Android Fan Network, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Urban Armor Gear case for the HTC One. So let's start out with the black version of the case. They offer, I believe, 4 colors at urbanarmorgear.com. So you can check those out. They run about $35, and they come with a screen protector, so that's pretty cool. You know, a lot of manufacturers these days, aside from OtterBox and maybe one or two others, they don't really include screen protectors these days. But UAG included one, and we have the instruction manual here and a little tool to help smooth the screen protector out. Alright, so here is the screen protector. Nothing fancy, just a basic screen protector. Now the best way to install a screen protector in my opinion is when you get the phone from the store or whatever and it still has that factory plastic on there, leave the factory plastic on there until you get your screen protector in, and then as soon as you peel that screen protector off, stick your screen protector on, and that way you won't have any lint or any dust in the screen, between the screen and the screen protector. So that's how I've always done it, and that's how I get the best results. Alright, so here's the UAG case, Urban Armor Gear. It's a two-layer case, a dual-layer case, not like the OtterBox commuter where it's 2 separate layers that you can take apart, but it's 2 layers built into one, where we have this softer inner rubber layer and then the harder outer shell. So let's stick the HTC One in there. Snaps right in, fits in tight, doesn't slide around or anything like that. So that's always good. Let's take a look at the lip that the case provides. That's always one of my favorite parts. Alright, so it does have a lay on the table design, as you can see. You can set it down on your table and you don't have to worry about the screen getting scratched up. The lip is also tall enough to protect your phone if you drop it on, say, a sidewalk or your driveway, or even possibly on rocks. It's just that tall of a lip. It's a probably medium-sized lip from what I've seen. Still very decent size. Alright, let's take a look at the back. On the back we have this cutout up here for what looks like a mic, and then separate cutouts for the camera and flash. And those are all cut out perfectly, centered, all that. And now you can take a look at the design on the back. So that's interesting. It's different than from a lot of the other cases I've seen so far for the HTC One. That's UAG's signature design. A tough, durable look. Alright, let's move on to the bottom. Alright, so we have the cutout for the micro USB port. It's sort of small, not the biggest cutout I've seen, but it should fit the micro USB cable that comes with the HTC One. We also have this primary mic, and that is cut out perfectly as well. Going up to the top, we have a cutout for the headphone jack, and that's pretty wide, and you shouldn't have a problem. That's actually very wide compared to some of the cases we've seen for the HTC One. Compared to those, this is pretty wide. You shouldn't have a problem fitting in any different shaped headphone jack connectors. And then the power button here is covered, but it also has a cutout in the center so you can still use the IR blaster. Some of the other cases we reviewed, the manufacturers forgot to make a cutout here for the IR blaster. UAG didn't. They remembered to make a cutout, so everything should work fine there. And the button still remains clicky since it is kind of a thinner plastic or rubber right there. Alright, on the volume rocker side, so it's a covered volume rocker, and it still feels clicky. The interesting thing that UAG did with this case is they actually left the bottom of this cutout open. So it's like this covering here is connected on the top and sides, but on the bottom they left it open. I'm not entirely sure why they did it. I'd guess it lets the plastic isn't as rigid now. It's a little more flexible, and so it keeps the buttons feeling clicky. Moving on to the left side, there really isn't anything to be seen. Now let's take a look at the corners on this case, just to show you the protection that they offer. As you can see here in the video, they're a lot thicker than the rest of the plastic on the sides here, or the rubber is thicker than the rubber on the sides here. So these thick rubber corners will help protect your phone if you drop it on a corner, or even just straight down like this. So that's for shock protection. You probably noticed this is a mid-shell design, or it's a mid-shell design in that it's not entirely covered in hard plastic on the outside, but a good portion of it is covered in hard plastic, which makes this case really good for protecting your phone. When it comes with a screen protector, basically everything on this case is covered. One interesting thing on the case, the little nubs on the corners there, on all 4 corners. So those are always important, so when you set your phone down on a hard surface, you're not going to scratch up the case and make this $35 case look really beat up in a short period of time. The materials feel very durable, this hard, smoother plastic, and we've got the rubber. The rubber isn't sticky rubber, if you know what I mean, if you've used that type of rubber case before, where it's always picking up lint or something like that. This is more of a smooth plastic. I don't think it's going to pick up fingerprints and lint too easily. I'll stick some fingerprints on there, and you guys can tell me if you can see them on the camera. I can't see them. So this case should be pretty fingerprint free. Before today, I'd really never used a UAG case, but I really like them. You know, the design, they have an interesting design, and they are pretty protective while keeping the phone pretty slim. We just reviewed the UAG case for the Galaxy S4, and it's a similar case. It keeps the phone really slim, and it offers a decent layer of protection. So overall, $35 for an excellent case, or a case that offers excellent protection. It's more of the mid-level. It's not the heaviest duty case. But for a mid-level of protection, if you're going to drop your phone a bit, this is an excellent case to consider. You can check it out at urbanarmorgear.com. And don't forget to check out our site, androidfannetwork.com, because we will be giving this case away soon in the near future. I also have the white version here if you guys would like to take a look at that. Let me set this one down, and we'll pull out the white version just so you can get a look at it. So the same kind of deal here. Just the white version. I believe they offer it in 4 different color schemes on their site. But again, I'll be giving it away on androidfannetwork.com. You can also check us out on Twitter at Team AFN, and we have Facebook and Google Plus pages titled Android Fan Network. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it, and you can subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.